This is Bob Andelman, and you're listening to and hopefully watching the Mr. Media interview with Barbara Corcoran, one of the stars of ABC's Shark Tank, and whose updated memoir is Shark Tales: How I Turned $1,000 into a billion-dollar business. The show is brought to you today by Audible. Audible is offering Mr. Media listeners a free audiobook download and a free 14-day trial to give you a chance to check out their amazing service. You can choose a free audiobook from Audible's library of tens of thousands of titles, including today's top business bestsellers, such as The Big Idea by Donny Deutsch, Jay Elliott's The Steve Jobs Way, or even Shark Tales: How I Turned $1,000 into a billion-dollar business by my guest today, Barbara Corcoran. You can even download the biography of a comic book and graphic novel legend, Will Eisner, called A Spirited Life, which I wrote and read. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/radio. Again, that's audibletrial.com/radio for your free audiobook. One more story, we'll let you go, and I think I'm assuming this is one that you don't mind telling over and over again. Tell us about Donald Trump and the $4 million.
Oh, I don't even enjoy telling that story because it was such a stressful time in my life. Of course, we the biggest land deal in all of New York. And who sold it? When I say we, my business corporate group did. But the most unlikely people in the world, my top Chinese American salesperson, who's a powerhouse, represented not the Chinese, but represented Donald Trump. And a brand new naive salesperson who had never even rented an apartment represented the wealthiest family in Hong Kong. She just happened to get a lead out of Canada and wouldn't let it go. And so those two brokers partnered up, and they were able to sell Donald Trump's biggest sale in history. And boy, were we celebrating until we actually earned the commission and refused to pay. And so what did we have to do? We had to go shopping for the first time in my life for an attorney. I had never been sued. And so we interviewed every powerhouse attorney, because you know what I knew from my mother from when we were kids? I had a thin gay brother that all the kids picked on. And you know what my mother's solution to that was? Nothing but to tell my big, muscular brother to go out and beat the crap out of the neighborhood kids who were picking on him. And so my mother was smart enough to send out a bully to beat a bully, and that's exactly what we did with Mr. Trump. We found the meanest, biggest, most powerful attorney in New York to defeat Mr. Trump, and we were able to get, fortunately, our multi-million-dollar commission. We just got the last check only a few months ago.
Wow.
And you know what? I'm not donating it if he's going to run for president, believe me.
Well, maybe what you could do is use that money to check on Donald Trump's birth certificate and see that it's all in order.
Oh, sure. Why not? Whatever you think. But
Folks, you can watch Barbara Corcoran on ABC's business reality series Shark Tank every Friday night this spring at 8 p.m. Catch up on the episodes you miss at abc.com. And you can find her memoir, Shark Tales: How I Turned $1,000 into a billion-dollar business, at great bookstores everywhere, or order it right now at a great price at mrmedia.com, mrmedia.com. Also, Barbara is all over the internet, starting with barbaracorcoran.com, and she's on Twitter at Barbara Corcoran. Barbara, pleasure, absolute pleasure to have you here with us.
Same here. Great questions.
Thank you so much for coming back on Mr. Media.
I hope you invite me back, and keep Daymond off the darn show, will you?
We will definitely. We'll negotiate that. We'll negotiate
Okay,
that.
fine.
I'll be taking dollar bills and maybe sponsorship money to determine that. And folks, for more original interviews with America's top business executives and TV reality stars, surf over to our main website, mrmedia.com, mrmedia.com. If you've enjoyed today's show, subscribe for free to Mr. Media via email, RSS, or iTunes, and you'll never miss a show. You can also listen in Manhattan with a piece of string and a tin can in many locations. Show your support of Mr. Media by supporting our sponsors, including Audible. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/radio. Again, that's audibletrial.com/radio for your free audiobook. We'll even accept a donation via PayPal if you're so inclined to help defray the cost of production. If you've got an idea for a guest, a comment on today's show, or would like to advertise on Mr. Media, email me directly at bob@mrmedia.com. And you can follow Mr. Media on Facebook, Twitter, or our new YouTube channel. Thanks so much for joining us today. I always appreciate you sharing a piece of your day with Mr. Media. Thanks for watching. And thank you, Barbara.
Thanks, Bob.
Take care.